All right, hey guys, it's Cookie Monster here, coming at you with a full one-stop shop Reyna guide. I've played her well over 20 hours since launch. She's my main go-to character. First, we'll get into her ability overview, quick little insight on her abilities. We'll do detailed ability use, when to use, how to use, etc. And from there, we'll go into advanced strategies / her economic ability. She's actually a relatively cheap character to play. We'll close off with how I feel she is, how she's balanced, how she's a little bit unbalanced, and when to use her. First and foremost, let's let you guys know I am live every night, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Feel free to come check me out for any other questions, and let's continue. Going into her main ability, or her first ability, is going to be her Leer. It's a eye, throw it out, blind people. We'll get into a little bit more detail about that in a second on how to use it, a little bit of things people don't know. And from there, you have your Devour. Devour is going to be your heal. Heals you for 100 health up to 150, and it diminishes after a set period of time. And then the last is going to be your Dismiss. That's going to turn you intangible for 3 seconds, allowing you to pass over slow orbs, mollies, get around quarters, etc., etc. And then with those 3 abilities comes your ultimate, which puts it all together into one complete package, also including increased gun handling, allowing you to reload faster, ADS faster, swap weapons, and every time you get a kill, you're going to instantly use your Devour, healing you for 100 health, and over healing you up to 150. And then you can also use your E ability that's going to be allowing you to go intangible, except now you're in your ultimate, so you are fully invisible to all enemies. Allows you to do some really nutty stuff. You just let this video here speak for itself. Using the Bulldog on Ascent, it's 2v5. I get 1 kill, go invisible, duck off. Get another kill, and here you can see I use go invisible. Sova has no idea where I am. Kill the Omen up top. Have that increased reload speed to get the kill on Sova. And then we'll finish up on Raze with the Phantom that we picked up. Clean up the Ace. Great round. Big win for our team. Let's go into a little bit more detail on these abilities. You have the Leer. It's going to be your eye. Throw it through walls, but it's important to know that it's only effective on enemies if it's within their line of sight. So if they run past it or you throw it behind them, it's not going to work. Or if they're peeking around a corner, there's some angles that it won't blind them. And it's a little iffy how that works. But for the most part, if you throw it out in the open, it works. It can be shot down by enemies. So what I like to do actually is throw it a little bit higher or lower. I don't want to throw it at head height. That way, if they shoot it down and then they're already on my head. I'm going to throw it a little bit off, either to the side, up, down. That allows them to have to re-find my head. They're not just sitting at head level after they destroy it. Secondly is going to be your Devour. Gives you 100 total health. So I like to use this. If I push one single guy and he gets some damage on me, whatnot, I'll heal up, get up to 150 again, and be ready for the next fight. Also, it's really situational which ones you use, whether it's your Q or E. Sometimes you want to push. You see 3 people, but they're a little bit spaced out, and you think you can fight them separately. Use your overheal, have 150 for the next health. 150 for the next fight. And then you can move on and take on those fights. Otherwise, you're going to go intangible to get away. To back off, you go intangible, get away from that fight, back out. And that leads me straight into our Dismiss ability. That's going to allow you to do a lot of good stuff. As you see right there, we just completely safely crossed that pretty much death gap. Anybody sitting up in heaven there would have just killed us. 3 seconds, fully invisible. You're ghost-like. You can move over mollies, slow orbs, and go through smoke or whatever at knife speed while being silent. And then you have your ultimate ability, which we already went over. The ultimate ability is going to be just key for any battle. Obviously, I'm not going to use it on a 1v1. Just save it for something like a 1v3, or if I know maybe my team's a little weak, I might pop it off as soon as the round starts. The ultimate ability you also have, you can get a kill and then pop off your ultimate ability while that soul orb is still active, and it'll still allow you to instantly overheal and go invisible off that soul orb, even though you picked it up before you used your ultimate ability. Going into economics, pistol round. We all know pretty much the most important round there is. You can buy full utility, and this is why I think Reyna's probably one of my favorite characters. You can buy full utility, no shields, and she's also the only character in pistol round who's able to have 150 health, which is huge when you're going up against pistols that are doing 28 damage to the body. And it'll stop you from getting one shot by the ghost unless it's the first fight. So there again, a little situational, but you can see what I'm talking about. You can always have more shield than anybody else in a pistol round if you get a kill. But it also leads me to why I say she can be a little bit cheaper. There's a lot of rounds where maybe I want to save a little bit, but I still want a full buy. I could set myself up to buy all my utilities, my Phantom, and then I'll just buy light shields. Light shields hopefully getting me through that first fight, and then as soon as I heal back up, I'm at 150. It's like I bought full shields from the beginning. And to me, 1,000 credits for 100 health, or you could save 600 credits. I said that wrong. 1,000 credits to have 150 health, or I could save 600 credits, have 125 health to get me through that first fight, and then we're back up at 150 as if I just spent that 1,000 credits. But I still have 600 extra credits left over for the next round, which is huge. Ability-wise, another reason why she's cheap, your bottom bar, your Q and E, unless you ace, you're not going to use all 4 of those in one round. Lear's going to be 200. Most rounds I'll use both my Lear, coming out to a total of 400 credits. And then your bottom, your Devour and Dismiss are both 100 credits each. More likely than not, you're not going to use all of those abilities. So on average, I'd say she's about 600 credits to buy full abilities after you had already bought them. And that's if you get 2 kills in that round. If you don't get any kills, you have your utility. You didn't use it. Which is also another reason why she's only good if you're a fragger. She's a duelist, entry-level fragger. Go in, get the first kill. You can either pop out or keep pressing in. I rarely ever play her in a slow manner, but she could be played that way. But unless you're killing people, she is really useless to the other team, which leads me into closing. Why I feel she's balanced, why I feel she's unbalanced, and when we should use her. Using her, solo queues, unrated. It's always a first pick. Solo queues because she's not providing anything for the team except for kills. And unrated simply because in lower elo you're going to get more kills, allowing yourself to be more useful. In high elo matches, you're probably not going to ace all the time, right? And then also pre-mades. If you're trying to get a good team comp going with some sentinels and initiators, controllers, all that, Reyna's not going to really play a big factor. She has the Lear, yes, to blind people, but it's not great. It's not as good as a Breach Flash. It does allow you to push in, but it can be countered really easily just by being shot down. Where I think she's unbalanced is her ultimate ability. I think maybe if they just tone down, take away the fire rate, it might be in a good spot. Or take away the reload speed, her ultimate might be in a good spot. Otherwise, right now, her ultimate ability is unmatched. You can literally ace every time if you're good with it. So one of the main things I want you guys to focus on is knowing the situations and what to use and when to use it. Pretty much anytime I take damage, my first thought is going to be to use Devour to heal up and be ready for the next fight. If I don't take any damage, I'm going to use that intangible. Sometimes you don't even want to use it because it might put you at a disadvantage with somebody being able to follow you. But use that intangible. It gives you a free peek around a corner, free ability to cross into the next zone or cross a gap, as in right here. I'm going invisible. I whiff my shots, but it is what it is. It happens. I could have had a big play there. But she just has so much ability and so many uses as a solo fragger. I've said it, and I'll say it again. No, she does not provide anything other than kills for the team. Unless you use her intangible ability to get some info. You can peek around and get free peeks, get info for your team, but otherwise she's pretty much a solo queue type player. I think that's pretty much all you need to know to play Reyna. And I really appreciate you guys dropping a like and subscribing for more, and following the Twitch channel. I'll be there live daily, as I said. Any questions you may or may not have, I am open to answer. And I thank you guys for coming, and I will see you next time.